Back at it at Chippewa Backwoods. So last weekend had my posse up here working on blind 3 install. We didn't quite finish. I still have the roof to do, so I'm up here by myself. 4th of July weekend, got a couple days off of work, and it's gonna be interesting because my roof panels were meant to be put up by 2 people because they're kind of heavy. I think what I'm gonna do is disassemble them and rebuild them up in the blind itself. So we'll see how that goes. So here's my, I'm taking my generator this time, so I actually have power out in the woods. I want all my tools with me, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. So working on my bottom step. GoPro stop. The reason we didn't do this last time is I ran out of cut pieces of 2x10. Anyway, you can see how much longer it takes just by having to do clamps and stuff. When I was here last week, we had a crew. Somebody was holding a piece of wood. Just quickly screw it in, done. But no, I got to set up clamps and all that stuff. So yeah, it takes a lot longer. Anyway, it's going to be nice to have my last step. Bottom step on, still a little bit of a gap there. I think what I'm gonna do is flatten this out, maybe even sink a cinder block or something. For now, it's fine. Let's see. So they're offset because of the door up there. I was gonna have the door hit the handrail to prevent it from opening any further, but it limits your opening to get in the blind. So, and I don't want to keep hitting on the handrail every time because it's just going to weaken it. So what I'm going to do is, when you open the door, I'm going to put a chain up top so it limits how far the door can open. And, you know, I have enough wood to put another section here, but we're only, you know, 3 feet off the ground or so. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just not. The important part when you're up in the air, you got handrails. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work on adding brackets. Talked about this before. I'm going to add some brackets to the very top to reinforce this staircase to the blind, because right now it's just being held up by screws. I'm not comfortable with that, so let me go get my equipment for that, and we'll be back. And I'm going to take apart my roof sections because I'm going to salvage the wood. As I said before, this was my idea when I had a crew and we could actually lift this up on top of that from the stairway and inside the blind. But I'm by myself and I'm not going to chance that. I'm up here by myself. So I'm going to take this apart, salvage the wood, and make some rafters. Much smaller rafters. I think that's actually too steep of a roof pitch anyway, because I just don't need it that steep. So I'll put you down while I take this thing apart. I'm going to try to fit this flashing to my pipe. It has all these different rings, So I'm going to start with one ring and see how it fits, and then cut the next ring if I have to. I'm not really sure if this is the best way to go, but I also got a razor knife. Wonder if I can just let that flare out. Shoot. Yeah, I can already see it's this one. Let's go a little bit more. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, this is definitely better than the side cutters. All right. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think. Shoot, I might have screwed up. It's a little loose. I think I'm going to put some caulk around this. I got some high temp fire caulk. Shoot. I think it'll be all right. Stuck. Ooh. All right, I think I'm loving it. Oh man, that is so solid. That's gonna hold a ton of snow. All right, I'm gonna put one more section on here, actually the spark arrestor, and I think I'm gonna call it a day and put the flashing on. Let's take a look. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I gotta cut this thing, to this diameter. Yeah, let me go get my side cutters. Be right back. GoPro, stop recording. Not gonna hurt me too high. All right, so yeah, that sucks. I really screwed that up. I'm just gonna caulk the heck out of this and hope that it works. Dang. Yeah, shoot, a lot of gap in there. Whatever, I'm gonna see a little bit of water on the inside, maybe. So these are for tying this thing down. If you, you know, like if you're on a tent, you can tie it to trees so it doesn't blow around. You know, I don't really have that issue, obviously. I don't like this here. That's going to hold water, but you know what? It's rubber, so I guess it's not the last thing in the world that I should worry about. Cool if I could just get this thing to stay up, but it doesn't. Yeah, doesn't want to stay up. Must be difficult. Okay, that's going to hold water. That's just how it's going to work. All right, let me get some caulk and some screws. I don't have the right screws, so we're going to use these. It's overkill, but that's okay. Let's try this. Well, that's a lot of overhang. A lot of overhang. But I guess worst case in Ontario, if snow busts that over, I'll come up with and cut it, I guess. But I'm not doing that right now. So yeah, I'm letting it go. Ideally, this hole wants to be right about there and this whole thing's sliding down, but I pre-drilled this at the house. Whatever, it is what it is. I'm going for it. All right, so let's get this bad boy opened up. Once I cut it, I'm committed. Well, actually, yeah. Darn it. Oh, holy cow, look at that. Let's put it around here too, why not? I got a whole thing here of caulk, so maybe I'll get lucky and it won't go inside. Oh wow, this stuff is really thick. Kind of wondering if I should even caulk this now, so if water goes down there, it has a way to get out. Hang on, I know you're anxious. Oh, geez. Great. That's awesome. Oh, there it comes off. Decisions. 50% chance of getting this right. Which way do I go? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to caulk the upside of this and leave the bottom of this open so that if water gets down this pipe, gets in here, it can drain out this side. That's what I'm going to do. So, I told you to stay. Oh, didn't want that to happen. No, now. Stay. This wants to be difficult because it can. Why not? Sure. Just throwing the rest of this caulk gun away. Shoot, it's starting to rain. Figures. No one's ever going to see the top of this deer blind again, save for it being rebuilt in 20 to 30 years. Which won't be my issue. All right. I wonder if I can drive a screw without piloting it. Oh, sweet. Ah. Why you gotta be difficult? To be fair, it's not a sheet metal screw. But I think if I put a whole bunch of them up here, probably be all right. Yeah, I think that's gonna hold water. I think that's gonna be fine. Put some more goop around the screws. Who cares, right? Keep a little gap there. Life will be good. All right. Goop it up, baby. Hopefully this stuff has got a lot of longevity to it. Doesn't have to be pretty. Shoot, I don't see a gap there. Darn it. Whatever, I'm running with it. You'd think I was caulking a house. It's a deer blind. I don't really care about a little bit of water. Everything on this thing, well, on the floor, is pressure treated. So I'm not really worried about the water. Hopefully you guys can see all this and I got the camera angled correctly. Can play with this forever, obviously. Okay, good as it's gonna get. All right, now I gotta screw this baby down. Actually, probably have enough left in this to do all the screws. I'll go get some more screws. Gotta stay hydrated. Stay thirsty, my friends. me see. I'm gonna need a tape measure. Of course. This is gonna take a long time, but it's gonna look nice when it's done. I'm cutting individual boards. I'm sure there's 100 different ways of doing this, but this is how I'm doing it because I have a lot of this wood left over. I've got my generator out in the woods, so I have power. Gotta fill in some gaps. I actually want that gap up there because in the summertime you want some airflow. And honestly, this place is gonna be so hot. When I get the stove going, I'm gonna want some air to escape anyway. So yeah, that's okay. But this is gonna take a long time. Thinking maybe I'll leave that one there for the mice to get in a little easier. But yeah, I gotta go all the way around this thing. It's gonna take a long time, but it's gonna be rock solid. Airtight almost. So I finally wrapped up blind 3 100%, except for the dirt that I have to put around the cement tubes. So, okay, 95%. Anyway, let's check it out. Look at that sexy paint job. Deer are never gonna know what hit them. Got a little bit of carpet going on. Put a chain up here to limit the door. It's kind of dark in here, but you can see I got curtains. Hopefully you can see I got curtains. Oh yeah, curtains all around. Put in a little bit of foam, but like I said earlier, I'm not really worried about heat loss because there's going to be so much heat in here from this stove. It's not going to be a problem. Yeah, so I'm done. I'm done playing with this thing. I am going to cut some shooting lanes now and wrap it up, call it a day. Talk to you soon.